Dave Carter with DCathlete.com, and right now we're going to go over a couple of exercises and stretches you can do to increase the speed, the power, and the height of your round kicks, specifically your Muay Thai round kicks. First thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up the muscles involved. What we're going to do is start with the basic hamstring hip flexor stretch. Should be performed, I would say, a minimum of 20 reps. If you're wondering, if you're not sure what kind of rep range to go with, I prefer going with your age. So for me, usually I go with around 30, 35 reps. So all you're going to do is put one hand on a fixed object. It can be a wall or a door. I like to start off with just like maybe my fingertips touching, the opposite leg, and just start swinging. I go as far forward and as far back as possible, and just start slowly raising my hand, like so. As I get better, I'll just use maybe one finger to balance eventually, so I'm doing it without the wall at all. So from the side, it looks just like this, just extending the arm, going back, and then forward. So, like I said, go ahead and get that warm, go on both sides, get it nice and warmed up. After that, what we're going to do is a couple sumo squats. All we're going to do is going to get super wide with our feet. We can turn them out about 45 degrees, make it a little bit easier. And we're just going to drop. Get a little more blood flowing into the muscles we need for this exercise and stretch to get more speed, power, height on our kicks. For this, I always go with between 10 and 20. Just once again to get more blood pumping, which will help the muscles relax more and make the motion a lot easier. After we do our squats, we're going to drop down to some hip openers. So we're just going to sit down on the ground, like so. Feet are be on, and legs are going to be bent in front of us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn, like so, and then rotate. Hold it for maybe 3 to 5 seconds each side. Longer if you're tight, you can go to 15 or even 20 or 30 seconds if you have a lot of problems getting this kind of hip flexibility. We're just going to go back and forth, getting it nice and loose. It's a very important motion. This is what most people forget when doing their round kicks. Now, most people do their Thai round kicks, do more of a karate or taekwondo style, where they just come here and back, and the leg is straight. There's no hip rotation. Or some will go more of a diagonal 45 over this base leg. What you should be looking for, and we go from the side, we're going with more of this motion, just straight up, or maybe even at a slight angle. What you should be looking for is to turn this hip over, like so. So that shin is parallel. So I want here, I want to turn this foot and come here, which is very close to this motion right here. This foot is turned, this arm is slicing down, popping, I'm squeezing my glutes and popping my hips into the kick to make it more powerful. So, once again, we either want to be foot turn at 90, bare minimum, not 45, but at a 90, we want to bring that through. So when it's throwing in real time and real speed, I'm going to step off. I like to practice this by sometimes by using some kind of object as a reminder. What I'm going to use right now is this red and blue mat. I'm going to start right here, hip square, but as I go, I'm going to turn that foot off to the side, like so. So I'm starting on here, hips nice and square, can even be in more of a traditional stance here with a one toe tapping, 10%, 9%, and as I throw the kick, I'll step out, opening the hips, stretching like a rubber band, and then come through with the leg, and back through. So I'll reset using this marker. You can use several different markers. I'll show you how to do it. Sometimes I'll even take a pair of shoes and line my feet up with them. So I have a physical marker, or chairs I'll show in a moment. And I'll step off at an angle, throw the kick, and come back through. Now I'm going to slow it down a little bit so you can catch the little things. So as I'm starting here, I'm stepping. At this point, I stretch my hips, open them up to generate the maximum amount of power. If I'm here, trying to fight over this knee. If I'm out here, this knee is out of the way, the rubber band's been stretched, as it were. Once I stretch the rubber band, it has more potential to let go, so fly across the room, versus the rubber band being here. Very, very small kick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open, stretch the rubber band, throw this arm down, to get more momentum, pop this leg through, like so. I'm going to be on the toe, on a maximum pivot. So as I'm here, I'll step out, come up my toe, bam, and come back through. That's it for the right. Now for the left, it's pretty much the exact same thing. I can do it one of two ways. I can either walk into it, or I'm here, stepping off at an angle, boom, turning here, chopping the left arm down, bam, or I can do my switch step into it. As I switch, I immediately bring that foot out. So I'm here, I'll be like this, traditional, and I switch. That's turned out, my hand is up, and I chop through. Remember, this is generating the power. To get more subtle, you can practice bringing it through and then back. Or even on the right, if I'm simulating doing my double kicks, I might go for one low, bring it back, still with the pivot, low with the pivot, bring it back, and then go for my power kick after that. Okay? Make sense? Good. So, on the left kick, same thing. I'm going out using a V motion, using a V, bam. I'm going to chop this arm down, bring the leg through, and slice it. You'll notice when I throw the kick, the leg is bent till about here, then it extends and brings me through. It's one that snaps. You're going to snap your shoulder, you're going to snap in your hips, you're going to snap at your knee joint, and you're also going to snap your heel or your foot and your base leg as you're turning. Those will help you generate more power. Those little snaps or multipliers, as it were. Each thing, snap, 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 and snap is going to help multiply whatever power you generate. So if I'm going here, legs bent, and I snap it through, give it more power. So more real speed, bang. I'm here, just like that. And one more. And notice as I'm doing it, hands are coming by and protecting my face, either here or here. All right. Final thing I'm going to show, simply doing it over a chair. It's a great way to do it at home. Just take a chair or a low stool. Let me bring it back. Bam. And I line my body up with that chair. Take chair legs, about the same as a person. Step off of that angle, and boom. Same height right here. A lot of problems people have is they try to go too high before the hip is actually warmed up. And what they'll do is they'll do more of it here. Notice the foot is straight up, going like this, perpendicular to the ground, instead of being parallel to the ground. So the biggest thing I always see is no hip rotation, where it's just like that, versus that bent leg turning and going over. Same with the left. I can either switch into it, boom, and bring it through, or I can do my V step into it. So I'm stepping off that angle, square with here, and bringing it through. So I'm snapping that arm through, help generate more power, and complete my kick. To add to it, you can just add a shield, one of my favorite drills. Just right kick, come back, recover a shield. Sometimes when you're really getting your power down, not work so much on the spin, I'll do, instead of a 360, I'll do like a 540, where I just really whale it. And I'll go here. I just throw it so hard, like a baseball bat. It's like a baseball, I'm not bunting. I'm trying to get that home run. I'll overspin, so that's okay. So here, rough. You throw it. If you have problems completing your spin, some people will throw that kick and land here and move the chair. Some people, as I said, will throw the kick and land here, or throw the kick and land here. The problem usually is they just keep putting that foot down a little too early because they're losing their balance, they're unconfident. So be confident in motion. If you fall, you fall. Try to be somewhere soft your first 50 times or whatever, but just go with it. Let it fly, throw it, and you'll kind of overgo sometimes, but that kind of power generation is really what you're looking for in a Thai round kick. That's what makes it so powerful. That's why it's one of the most devastating and powerful kicks in all of martial arts. Known as the rib breaker, the leg breaker, or the arm breaker. Because when that kick hits, it's just like a baseball bat. Don't bunt it, or go for traditional karate style, taekwondo style. But put your hip and your whole body into it. All right, hope that helps. Once again, I'm Dave Carter with DCathlete.com. That's www.dcathlete.com. You can also check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/DaveFights. Hope this has been informational. Hope this helped out your technique. This is quite honestly my favorite drills for increasing leg power and kicking power. Have a good one.